So class, I would like you to answer this question in your journals. To what extent is knowledge implicit in language?
The Yupik Eskimos numbering system only has 1, 2, and a bunch. I wonder how they do differential calculus.
An integral is the opposite of a derivative. What's the integral of a bunch? Screw this. I don't know. I'm going fishing.
Hey, Julia! How many fish did you catch?
A bunch.
What's the integral of a bunch?
I don't know. Let me look at my unit circle. 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. I don't think there is an integral for a bunch.
See? Eskimos don't need calculus. I said that knowledge is implicit in language to an extent because obviously Yupik Eskimos can't do calculus without an adequate numbering system. However, they don't need to do calculus. Knowing how many fish they caught is important to them, and their numbering system is adequate for describing the number of fish that they caught. The Yupik Eskimos have a limited knowledge regarding numbers. However, as English-speaking Americans, we don't because we have more than 3 numbers in our vocabulary. For example, when it is said that Saturday is in bed, we understand it as someone spending Saturday in bed. Saturday is not literally in bed because Saturday is a day of the week and not a physical object. So I would say that based on language, certain types of knowledge can be implicit.
But what about words we don't have in English? Like, the Germans have this word Fremdenschämen, which means feeling really embarrassed for someone else. And we don't have that word in English, but that doesn't mean the concept doesn't exist. Language also affects the way we explain and share knowledge. So in your journals, please analyze the classic versus romantic ways that we share and explain knowledge.
Wait, what?
Well, if you look at it like a tree...
I love trees! They're so pretty and green and beautiful, and if you look at it like a big picture, just like the whole tree, there's just all this like life and happiness and beauty.
There's also
and
photosynthesis in the tree, and chlorophyll makes the leaves green, which is a much more analytical perspective.
Not that stupid tree again, guys! Come on!
trees are not stupid.
Yeah.
Great. Now let's discuss intention versus interpretation.
Hey Julia, thanks
Oh,
for
hi.
babysitting for me. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
I'll be back later.
Okay.
Julia, what are you doing?
I'm babysitting.
Julia, you're sitting on my baby!
I'm babysitting.
Julia!
Well, gee, I'm sorry.
Get off my baby!
I'm sorry. Does this mean I'm fired?
Yeah! Going.
So I was annotating for fun the other day, and I came across this really meaningful passage, and I think it just speaks volumes about the author's intent, about the protagonist's internal struggle. So here, I'll read it for you. It's on page 171 if you want to look it up later. The curtains were blue. So obviously, I read into the deeper meaning of this, and then I looked it up online and I saw that blue symbolizes strife and depression and sadness. So from that, I just gained such a deeper meaning to the novel. So if you guys could write in your comp books about what that quote means to the internal struggle of the protagonist.
The curtains were freaking blue.
So, do you think that language can be compared with symbolic representation? Let's watch a Scott Talks and then write about it in your journals.
And today on Scott Talks, we have a researcher most noted in the field of art interpretation. Please welcome Miriam Maloney.
Makes sense, thanks. Okay. So, the study that we will be following today is one of my own very cutting-edge studies in the field of emotional response to artwork. So, basically we have a couple that has recently broken up, so their interpretation of the painting is obviously going to be affected by their various emotional responses. So, let's take a look at that. Can we cut to the clip, please?
I think it's about anger, sorrow, angst, and depression. Also, I think she hates her boyfriend.
You know, I think it's all about the depth of joy and happiness. That obscure smudge looks really happy right now.
I hate you!
Good thing we're not dating anymore.
So both language and symbolic representation have both intention and meaning. However, language tends to be more clear-cut, whereas symbolic representation tends to require creative interpretation. There are many different types of symbolic representation, and it can be interpreted to mean different things. Such different viewpoints can create inconsistencies in interpretation, as well as the possibility of bias. And keep in mind the fact that different opinions and ideas just aren't easily communicable. Take that, important papers. So I was reading Dirty White Boys. I need it. From Din Din Shaman, from Din Din Shaman, from Din Din Shaman. I need it!
No, you don't. It's my phone.
No.
It's my phone.
I need it!
Rolling.
Well, here today at Scott Talks we have a researcher who's well noted in the field of really bad paintings and various interpretations. Welcome, Miriam Maloney!
Oh, thanks, guys. I mean, hold the applause. You know. Oh, there
We
we go.
love you, Miriam!
I know.
Miriam!
No, I need it! Give it to me.
This is true friendship,
Give
people.
it to me!
No, you know that Carrie's videotape.
Start talking.
So in the field of emotional response to paintings, obviously... Gosh darn it, Julia!
Go.
Baby. Don't put that in the video.
Was that in the video?